Welcome to Bitch Please. This is our episode 1, but it's the 7th time we've recorded.
Yeah.
So we're going back in time.
This about everything.
Literally everything.
I'm Georgia.
And I'm Plant. My real name's Mackenzie, though.
We call her Plant. That's a long story that maybe we can...
For another time.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
that's
unpack
another
it.
time.
Maybe in this. We'll see. But yeah, we'll just kind of jump into it. But here we go. We'll start with rapid fire.
Coffee or matcha?
Coffee, especially earlier in the day. If it gets to later in the day or I've had a coffee, it's usually a matcha.
I'd feel the exact same way.
Texting or calling?
Calling. I hate texting.
You
Actually,
said texting last time.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Well, go back and listen. She 100%
I did
said
not say
texting.
that.
I think you did.
I did not.
Okay, well, I talked first last time, and I said texting because it stresses me out sometimes when people call. But if I'm, like, making dinner or working out or driving for a while, I would love calls.
That's
like,
interesting
great.
because I feel like you, out of, like, everyone, like, all our friends,
Yeah.
I'd say you probably call me the most.
I don't call you that often, like,
But, like,
ever.
yes, you do. Yes, you do. Like, if Kate and I text a lot. Olivia and I text, Josie and I text, but I feel like you call me.
I don't know the last time I called you.
Oh,
Please look.
Okay.
Because I actually don't think I call you, like, ever. Okay, no, that's not fair. The last time you were on the trail dying. That does not count. Just went for a run when it was really hot and needed
Okay,
picked
but
up.
you FaceTime me on Saturday.
Why did you FaceTime me with you on someone? No, when? I don't know. Twice.
July 4th, 8:07. I have no idea why we FaceTime.
Okay, well, anyways, I would say I definitely prefer texting. I think calling's great, especially if I need something efficient, but usually texting. I'm surprised you say calling, though.
It's easier.
It is, especially, yeah, I mean, it is easier.
I'm kind of in my era, though. I don't really want to do either.
That's fair. Just drop off the face of the earth.
Yeah. You want to do it with me?
I totally would.
Okay.
Perfect. What's next? One app you can't live without.
I feel
You
like I
said
could.
Uber Eats last time,
Oh my gosh. Yes.
and I agreed,
Uber Eats.
of course.
And, like, I don't mean that in a sense where I'm just Uber Eating stuff all the time. But it's saved me in several situations.
Especially, like, track meets or just
Oh my
if you
gosh.
can't drive anywhere or whatever it is, like, Uber Eats is just, it's great.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's better than DoorDash.
Oh, I don't think I've ever used DoorDash. So we can't give our opinion on the subject. But
Uber Eats
Uber Eats is
sponsor us.
best. Yeah. Oh, that would be an elite partnership.
Would. They could sponsor us and send us beverages for free. Today we have water. Like, this is
we're really boring. Just it's so much better with, like, we usually have coffee. Or,
Well, here's the thing. I've decided.
I did not.
Okay, I've decided this week I'm not spending any money. I bought a bunch of groceries and gas, so I've decided I'm no coffees, no matchas, no kava, none of it.
Yeah, that's a good thing to hold yourself accountable to.
Except for
I have been more conscious of it, I'll say. Since she said this, I've been like, oof. Oof. But I still buy it anyways. But today I didn't buy any coffee or anything. I don't think I made a purchase today,
Wow.
which is pretty good.
I kind of thought you would show up here with a beverage.
Yeah, I figured you would think that. But the only thing I could think to get was Olipop, and you said no to that. So, but I actually think I'm going to start proving that I am capable of drinking an Olipop on here. There was
Can't
a
wait
time
for
I
that.
burped.
A time?
It was one time.
It's not
It was one time. And if you went back and watched the footage, you would realize you can't even tell. It's literally fine. Okay, anyways, we're moving on. Last repost, and you'll have to look at mine too.
Okay.
Oh shoot, I don't know what it is.
She has a lot of funny reposts, I will say.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, it's England
Oh.
singing Wonderwall
Oh, that's
after
good.
their
Yeah.
win versus Mexico.
Yeah. That's good. Oh my gosh, home. Of course it's home. Of course. They haven't, have you seen Home?
No.
Okay, I need to get her and Kate to watch Home because Such a good movie. I really
I need
relate to
finish
O.
that. We need to finish that stupid show today.
We do.
Like, I just want to be done with it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
We
let's
only have a
watch
couple
it.
episodes left. But.
That's good. Okay, next. Biggest pet peeve.
When people say,
knew this
when people say, no offense, they preface it with no offense and then say something very offensive.
Yeah.
Or, I don't mean to be rude, but
Yeah.
no offense, but
Yeah.
you're just being offensive.
Yeah. I mean, it literally always is.
It's
Yeah.
always offensive.
It's terrible. Yeah. Brutal. Another one of her pet peeves that she didn't mention but happened earlier, like yesterday, is the response sure.
I hate sure.
Because I text her, hey, do you want to record the podcast tomorrow? I think is what I asked her. Sure. And so then, yes, no. And then she asked me something back. And so naturally I'm like, wow, she just sured me. I'm going to sure back. And so I reply, sure. And then she was like, ew, I hate that. And so I just went back and I like emphasized the sure she replied to me because that was kind of mean.
I feel like this is a universal thing though. Sure is the worst.
Yeah, so why did you use it?
I don't know. I really don't know what possessed me to do that. Maybe I was in a bad mood. Give me a little grace, okay?
I'm sorry. Grace, given.
Probably in a bad mood.
It's okay. I don't actually know my biggest pet peeve off the top of my head. I think...
Really?
What do you think it would be?
Right now, kids.
No, I've moved on from that. Don't worry. I actually had a funny thought the other day, but I'll share it off the pod. But yeah, I don't actually know what my biggest pet peeve is. Last time I said something about people using religion to defend things. Actually, that's probably still it.
Yeah.
Because like spinning it in whatever direction like works best for their scenario, and then they can spin it the other way, and it's just like the same line. Or
Yeah, that's gonna be my third one.
yeah, lots of pet peeves, but that's okay. It's good to be passionate about things. If I got arrested, what would you assume I did, and then vice versa?
I feel like probably some kind of, like you were standing up for something.
You
like
said the exact same thing last
protesting
time.
something.
Oh, okay.
Or like
You said last time that I beat someone up.
Well,
yeah.
that's where I was going next. Like
Yeah.
someone said something mean to a friend, and you just beat them up.
Yeah.
That's
That's
fine.
that's fair. I think with you, it's hard because I keep just remembering everything we said last time. Last time I said I thought you
Really?
would.
I don't remember anything.
I can tell. Because I have even made...
Mackenzie's pet peeve is I can't remember anything,
Yes.
apparently. Apparently I'm forgetful.
You kind of are. It's not bad. It's literally fine. Last time I
But
said...
you get mad at me all the time for it. She says
I
that
don't
on the
get-
pod, and she gets so mad at me for being forgetful about
I don't
things.
get mad. I just... I'm a little peeved.
She's a little peeved.
I would say... What was I saying? Oh, last time I said that you, like, accidentally trespassed somewhere, and, like... You just happened to be in their yard, and they were like...
That's like something
angry about
Olivia
it.
would do.
No, but I think it's... Okay, then we got to the point where you just thought a rule was stupid. And so you just stayed doing what you were doing because you were like...
That's
I don't
probably
like it.
very
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, so... I mean, I could see you doing that, which is
Yeah.
also valid. And then we went into how we wouldn't ask questions. Or actually, you wouldn't ask questions on the call. I would ask you
I wouldn't
why,
ask you
but I would
any
still come and
question.
pick you up.
I would not say anything.
No matter what you did.
For some reason, I would think like something was bugged. Like what? Because I think I would automatically assume that
yes.
maybe you did do something really bad,
Yes.
and like we can't discuss it in
Well,
that moment.
I mean, I might have. Yeah.
So I gotta like keep it on the DL. Lots of true crime
fair.
I watch.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. That's good. I'm glad you have my back, though. Okay, what's socially accepted but shouldn't be?
I had one for this.
You did have one.
You know what's coming to my mind actually right now, because we were just on an airplane. There, like people just don't know airplane etiquette
Or airport etiquette.
It's everyone's first day on Earth. I swear.
Horrible.
Horrible. Like,
so bad.
why are you standing? Just standing in the
my
middle of the
gosh,
walkway.
yes. Or they get up and they clearly do not have a flight next, and they are like pushing through when they are at the very back of the plane. Like, have you never ridden one before?
Oh my gosh, that was
You wait for
horrible.
the people in front of you. It's like...
And then she proceeds, like, because this happened, and she was in the row in front of me. This lady is like zooming down the
Yeah.
aisle once the plane landed. We're literally in seats like right behind first class. I mean, we were as close
that
as
time
we
we
could
were
be.
close, yeah.
And she goes, "Why is everyone going so slow?" And I was like,
What are you expecting?
Yeah.
Like, they have to get their luggage up from top. There's people who, like, aren't as physically capable as you probably are, like...
I would say
Yeah.
just airport etiquette.
In general.
People, like,
Yeah.
if you're in the middle seat, you don't need to have your legs spread all the way out.
That's true.
And I'm talking about men.
If you're a woman, it's okay. Go for it.
Yeah, it's okay. You can do whatever you
Go
want.
for it, queen. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I said mansplaining things last time.
Ew. I hate.
Mm-hmm.
Good versus bad roommate tendencies.
There's a lot of these.
Yeah, there are.
And we'll kind of hop into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This episode's about roommates, which we used to be.
And now we're not. I'll keep that sound.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we'll kind of just jump into freshman year, like, that's when we were roommates, and then we were also roommates sophomore year. But freshman year,
To set the scene, it was me in a room with Kate, who I still live with, and then we shared a bathroom with Mackenzie and Josie, who I also still live with. So we were sweet mates.
Yes.
We were like roommates, but we were really sweet mates.
yeah, I mean, we were in such close corridors, so, like,
We were.
it's basically...
They were
roommate.
small
Like,
rooms.
yeah, they were really tiny. I remember afterwards, my mom was like, that's the room size at TCU? Like, I was like, yeah. I mean,
they weren't
they're
really
old.
nice. Like,
Yeah, it was, yeah. I mean, they're just old, though. It's just, like, the dorms that have been there. And it's a dorm. Like, your experience isn't supposed to be, like, perfect.
and it definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
Looking back on, like, pictures of us, which we do often.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, the freshman 15 got me.
Yeah.
It got me, but it's okay. We bounced back.
Yeah.
We bounced back. There must have been something, like, growing in there because we all just
We were
looked
all sick.
dark circles
And, like,
under our eyes
I think it's
consistently.
also just the transition. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we were, like, sleeping like we should have been. Like,
Definitely not.
at night we weren't sleeping enough, and then you and Kate, like, napped regularly, which, like, great, but, like, not great at the same time. And
I think
it
we just, which we discussed this not yesterday, but we also weren't used to getting up that early all the time. And so
Yeah,
that was
that's
really,
fair.
we were gonna, because we had no days off. They were taken away from
Yeah.
us. Well, okay, we had a day
No,
off.
we had one day.
We didn't have to go to practice on
Yes.
Sundays.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah.
And Sundays were so stressful because you have so much homework.
So much. It just built up, and then Sunday it was like the world was collapsing, and
I actually hate Sundays.
yeah.
I used to love Sundays. I'll probably love Sundays again sometime soon.
Sometime. Yeah. Yeah. Sometime.
Anyway, we went on a tangent. Where were we?
Yeah. Okay, well, anyways, we were roommates, but sweet mates freshman year. And so I lived with Josie, she lived with Kate, and then we had the connecting bathroom. And I think a lot of that was, okay, well, we kind of started off with the first maybe week, we would talk in the mornings, and then...
Well, okay, we also had to walk.
We
How
had
far
to-
do you think that was? Like half a mile?
I don't think it was that long, but...
Really?
Okay, it actually might have been, because it was also slightly the uphill. Yeah.
When I run from here to the shoal, it's half a mile.
Okay, so maybe it was like almost half a mile, yeah.
At
To the parking garage
5:20
to get
in
the
the
car
morning.
really early. And then it was earlier some days when we had our 5:35 practices. Were you part of those?
No, that was
That was
Porter.
tracked. No, that was only with him. Maybe it was
don't
last year.
remember that.
It must have been last year then, and you weren't.
I do. There were times we woke up in the 4s when we had to go. We had to go to this place called AP Ranch.
Which was like a, okay, exaggerated 25-minute drive. It might have been 20
It's
minutes.
probably 20.
Yeah. On the way back, it was always longer though because of traffic.
Yeah.
But yeah, we used to drive. We've been on a tangent. I don't even know what we've been talking about. But anyways, like mornings were rough after the first week. The first week of things we kind of talked and we were like, practice, whatever. And then I also wasn't practicing, actually. I think I went
going at that point?
I didn't go the week we had, like, before school actually started. But
Were
then
you not
once...
allowed to?
Yes. And then once we realized I wasn't going to be cleared for a long time, he was like, can she at least come and just, like, sit or walk or something? And so then the doctors were like, okay, yeah, she can go and just watch her walk around the track, whatever. So yeah, I would go to practice and just walk, but...
I did practice. It honestly was so bad that I just can't even I can't even, for those of you that know running.
Hold up. We didn't even tell them that we are on the track team in this.
Oh, right. We run track.
Yes.
We run track at TCU.
We're going into our senior years now. For clarification, we run track and semi-cross country, cross country. Yeah.
Yeah, she runs longer distance.
Yes.
I run the shorter distances.
Yes.
But we meet in the middle at the 1500.
Yeah. I've done that
Bit of
maybe
crossover.
3 times, but yes. So my old roommate, our other roommate just walked by, so. But anyways,
roommate.
your current roommate. Anyways, so freshman year, a lot was happening. I guess I'll kind of go into things between me and my roommate at the time, Josie. I think I was going through a lot when I first got there. And
Which none of us knew about,
yes,
mind you. So we had no idea what was happening.
So, yeah, I think a lot was just going on in my life and everything, and I wasn't really, like, going to just share it with roommates who I didn't know yet and everything, and so I think...
Which was valid.
Yeah, it was valid. But anyways, I got to this point probably... I think Josie and I had just had, like, small things about, like, we just kind of... We're very different. I mean, now we're really close and everything, which is great, but I think at the time it was kind of just, like, that meshing of becoming friends was a difficult transition at first, especially already being in close quarters with someone you've never had a roommate before and all of that. But then I wasn't running, and so there was a lot of weird things going on, and then I started having a big issue of waking up in the mornings, and my alarm would go off, and I just, like, it was to a point where I could, like, hear it, and I, like, physically could not move and get out of bed. And so I had been talking to the doctors about it because I was going to them for other things at the time, and she didn't know any of that at all. And, like, looking back, it's like, Kenzie, why didn't you just, like, say, like, I know this is an issue, I am trying to get it fixed.
This became a thing. Like,
yes, it was, like, probably a month of me just her coming over, turning off my alarm, and, like,
they were bongos.
They were bongos.
Bongos.
Okay, well, I went through, like, a week where I tried out different ones too, but I went back to the bongos.
It's always
I thought they were the
bongos.
strongest option, but then eventually was able to overcome that, whatever, figured that out. And I think the rest of the time that we were, like, direct roommates, it was just kind of like, okay, we weren't ever in the same realm of training-wise, of life, anything.
That was another thing that kind of hindered our ability to be friends at the time, was because, so me and my roommate, Kate, we
were really on the same page.
We were.
Yeah,
we were.
Which was good.
We ran freshman year pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
We didn't run indoor.
Oh,
we didn't run
that was the other thing.
We didn't run indoor track, and she ran indoor track.
I only ran indoor track.
So we never had a crossover, which Kate and I, even though we ran a cross country and outdoor track, we didn't really run because we were so bad.
Yeah.
We were so bad. Yeah. But Mackenzie wasn't bad at all, and she ran indoor. But we didn't. She was doing a lot of traveling. We were here. So
I was barely there.
The three of us did a lot of bonding at that time. But she wasn't around.
Yeah. And then it switched again, going into outdoor, because then I was having some other issues going on, and I didn't compete outdoor. And so it was like they were always in season when I wasn't, and vice versa. So, I mean, that definitely made it hard.
That was, it was hard to, like...
that.
Because I feel like when you're becoming friends with someone, especially, like, we don't have that much in common.
Yeah.
It was it was hard because we weren't consistently.
Yeah.
I mean, we were doing things on the weekend and you weren't there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
We were
that's kind of
bonding
what
and like she wasn't able to be there.
Yeah.
So we kind of just, we were on the same page. And one thing we have written down here is the amount of time that we spent together.
Yes.
From 5 a.m. 5 a.m. we go to practice and we'd spend practice together. We would spend most of the morning
We would go to the
together.
training room. We would have breakfast and then
we
yeah.
would go our separate ways, but then we would have dinner together, go back to the room together, study together. We were together.
Yes.
A lot.
Because we also had study hours at the time. So we're in study hall for so long every night too. So it was just a lot of time spent together.
It was a lot of forced, because we're kind of contradicting what we just said. It was a lot of forced time.
Okay, true.
There wasn't a lot of time we got to choose.
Okay,
to be
in that
together.
whole time that we're together, we're not actually talking about anything. Practice, you're not talking, you're working out. You go to the training room, you maybe talk for a little bit, but it's just like,
everyone's just kind of in a
this
crowd.
happened, and then you have to run and go somewhere else, get treatment, whatever. At dinner, you're like talking, but it's also loud in there. We weren't super close. I think I kind of really was just sitting there, like, I don't think
You
I was,
also
like,
had a weird class schedule.
Oh, I also wasn't at dinners twice
And
a week.
if you were there, if you were late, or we just like our times
Yes.
were.
Yeah.
We do love our family dinners now.
They're so
It's
great.
the best.
And now we try and schedule our classes for them, which is also great. But anyways, yeah, so freshman year, I mean, I think freshman year is going to be pretty, it's never going to be perfect. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just also everybody's going through a completely different journey. And so, like, if you don't have your friends established freshman year, like, that's also okay. Like, it's kind of lucky to end up being, like, best friends with your freshman year roommate, especially off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, that is rare. Yeah. And, like, I am so glad Josie and I have come around so far. We were just talking about this the other weekend, but, like, we really have come so far from where we were freshman year. And I think that also is kind of rare. Like, a lot of people, if they have a rough experience, they kind of just move on. But I think I'm glad we had, like, all 5 of us that kept us, like, we almost, like, okay, you're going to have to, like, overcome whatever happened freshman year and, like, be friends. And I'm so glad we had that because, I mean, Josie's one of my best friends now, too. And I think that also is really nice. But anyways.
We can talk a little bit about how that happened. Going into sophomore year, which I have a story.
And it's not accurate.
We have 2 different
because she
takes
can't
on
remember things.
That is not true. Okay, so going back to freshman year, spring semester, we had communications class together. And so we actually did. We did a lot more
Yes,
talking.
we were bonding.
Yeah, we were bonding a little bit. And so I was tasked with figuring out if Mackenzie wanted to live with us sophomore year. And so we're like walking to class, and I was like, so, we're thinking about...
Was this first semester or second semester?
Second.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We were walking to class.
Okay.
And I was like, so we're thinking about living next year, and we obviously want to have Olivia, and we found this place that has 5 people. Were you planning on staying with us? Or, like, you had mentioned living alone. We knew that. So I was like, were you wanting to do that? And she was like, I'm sorry.
And this is where it's twisted.
And she was like, well, it's either you guys or I'm living in a van by myself.
Which,
And I was like, okay.
that is so, like, taken out of the context in which I said it. And I think part of the thing I tell Georgia
That totally
all the
sums
time-
up our freshman year.
It totally does. But living in a van was not, A, it wasn't anything because of them. B, it's not like a sketchy van like you're probably picturing. I have always thought the idea of, like, van life would be cool. And so I was like, what if I lived in this cool...
In college on the side of, like, Berry Street?
What if I lived in this cool fixed up van and... for a second, let me speak. And then I would have my living sorted out for after college already, too. And so it's like a win-win because then
We were 18 years old.
I know when
We're,
I
like,
was
completely
trying to
different
pull my
people.
life together. Clearly I didn't have it
Just
together.
figuring out her post-collegiate plans at 18.
But my mom had told me no. But my mom was also one of the people who was encouraging me to live alone. And then I was like, no, Mom, I think this is going to be good for me to live with them. Like, I think another year together, we would have our own bedrooms.
Yeah, we had our own
good.
rooms. All 5 of us had our own room and bathroom.
Yeah. And so, like, then I was like, okay, I'm going to live with them. It's going to work out, whatever. So.
Yeah, I would say first semester, sophomore year, we still probably weren't that close. I mean, you were running.
Mm-hmm.
They were running. I joined in Ruston, Louisiana.
Yeah.
But, I mean, still, we weren't, like, super close. But then in spring, you and I were both running and both traveling to most of the same
You had
places.
actually sent me, was it then or this past year? You sent me a text and you were like, wow, I kind of see where you're coming from on...
It was sophomore.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what exactly you said, but it was kind of just like, it was almost validating of like, wow, it really was also partially because I was always in a completely different
it was, I mean, because sophomore year was the first time in track that I was going, and that's what you had done freshman year, and we just, I mean, we didn't know, we didn't understand.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Not horrible.
But not as good. And so I did send you a text, which I don't even remember what it was, but it was something to the effect of like, wow, like I completely understand now. This is hard.
Yeah.
And so that's when I would say we started to become closer.
My therapist heard about that one, if you're wondering.
I'm convinced her therapist hates me.
No, that was a good one. Anyways, continue. What were you saying?
I mean, that was pretty much it. There wasn't that much to it.
Sophomore year was really uneventful.
It was just there.
Like, yeah. Which, in my eyes, is kind of sad because that was, like, the only year I had that was good running. And I'm like, well, shoot, that's fun.
We still have a full year left.
Yeah, no, we do.
Have, like, 25 years left.
Okay, actually, I kind of do. I literally have the same amount of time I've been in college left if I wanted it. That is concerning. Now that I say that, I don't
Go
know.
watch our eligibility.
It'll be out shortly after this one. Yeah. We'll talk about 5 and 5. Okay, anyways.
Mackenzie has, like, 7 and 7.
6 and 6. Yeah, get it right. Okay, anyways, moving into junior year. So, discussion about the living. Oh?
Going into junior year.
Yes. Living.
We didn't even discuss, did we ever have a conversation?
Sort of. I had already figured out my living, and I had figured it out probably a month and a half before.
Yeah, and we didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I know. And I was like, okay, I'm just not going to worry about it until, like, it gets brought up in conversation. Also, I thought y'all had already gotten a place. I remember talking about this, and I was like, I'm pretty sure they already know where they're living together, and I think I'm out of it this year. But I was also, part of it also, though, was I was not, like, distraught by that, because I think I had also realized by that point I needed, like, more of my own space of being around the same people that, like, you're on a team with, you're doing all these things with, was a lot. And I was like, even though we had our own bedrooms that year, like, that part was great and everything, but I think I also was just, like, realizing it would be good for me to have a place separate from direct teammates and everything. And so I had figured out living with a few different athletes, a swimmer, triathlete, and another girl on the track team who does a different event.
Anyway, she already figured out her living situation, which involved a lot of the people that we kind of run in the same circles with, as in Olivia's, who is one of my current roommates, freshman year roommates, is now one of Mackenzie's roommates. And then there's a girl on the track team who, I mean, we generally are pretty good friends with.
Yeah.
It's all people we knew and are around frequently, so it kind of wasn't, it hasn't been that big of a, it's not a big deal.
No, not at all. Like, it's been really good. And then they all found their place afterwards. But I think it was you who had asked me, so, like,
it was probably in the spring semester when I did
living
this.
next year or something. Yeah,
And I was probably a little bit more comfortable
and
asking you about
you
it.
had told me when we were recording this last time, you were like, yeah, we already knew that you had living accommodated.
Oh my
Figured
gosh,
it out.
Inga told us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know when, like, she talked about it with y'all or anything, but I was like, I just didn't, like, I wasn't gonna tell y'all if, like, if y'all already had living plans in my mind. I was like, it worked out, but I mean, then you didn't, and you were searching for
we had to search
fit
around.
person, but you found one.
We did.
It worked out. Yeah.
We did. So here we are.
Yeah. And now we were just talking about this too. They are never at my house, but I feel like I am
The
frequently
last time I was
here.
at her house was
Almost a year
for
ago.
an event. Yeah, almost a year ago.
Yeah. And she was barely inside the house. It was mostly just outside. And so I'm like, wow, they're never there, which, like, is totally fine. Like, I mean,
But she's always here.
I am here a lot. Which also reminds me, every time I come here, almost every time, I bring some sort of, like, sweet treat thing because I'm like...
She's kind of like Santa Claus. Like,
okay, continue.
she, like, arrives with a drink or some kind of sweet treat. And we're like, oh! Like,
Yeah, I usually...
she's here.
Yeah, I bring a little snack with me every
And,
time.
like, 7 times out of 10, it's an Irish hello.
Okay, that's not true. I've only Irish helloed twice. I only usually tell one person that I'm coming over here, or they ask me to come over at some point in the day. And then
true.
the others just don't know because there's 4 of them. But yeah, I show up here kind of whenever, which is great too because it's also really hard for me to get anything done at my house. And also sometimes, like, if nobody's at my house, I'm just like, I need an escape from just the silence of my own home. Sometimes it's even better being here. I've been here by myself before too.
That is true.
Or like y'all will go to bed and the game hasn't finished and I'm still here watching.
One of the roommate's boyfriends, what was this time? He, like, was leaving at some point and all of us were asleep and Mackenzie's, like, on our couch watching TV.
Yeah.
It was pretty
It was
funny.
great. Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I'm here a lot. But anyways, back to the sweet treat. I found out this year, once we all became friends, that they had been eating some of my cookie dough the whole time last year when I fully thought I was just flying through these bags. Like, I would get probably 2 a week, maybe 1 a week, but it was at least 1 a week, and I would eat the whole thing. And I was like, I think I need to start laying off the cookie dough. Like, I am going through this really fast. It's getting concerning. Come to find out, they would go on missions and...
Here's what we would do, which we just recently told her about this. This was sophomore year. 2 of us would be at the refrigerator.
It sounds crazy.
Getting the cookie dough. And then 2 of them would be on the stairs, making sure she didn't come downstairs. And then we would eat the cookie dough. I know. I definitely consumed the most. I would go on solo missions by myself, just hoping that she didn't see me. But yeah, we would eat her cookie dough.
Which, like, that's totally fine. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the year we were like, eat whatever. But yeah. It did make me feel better about myself, though, because I was like, holy crow, I eat a lot of cookie dough. And I still do eat a lot of cookie dough. But
And we all eat a lot of cookie dough.
Yeah, we do. I showed up yesterday with my little bag of cookie dough, and
It was great.
Sure enough,
That
we
was
ate a lot.
really good. I really liked that one. It was like something about the
it's very
consistency.
and it's like a solid cookie dough piece. Yeah, it was good. But anyways, moving forward, I would say this year roommate situation and everything has been pretty solid, like, for both of us. I mean, yeah, there's always going to be little things of, like, okay, setting house rule boundary things, which I think in my house that has been established pretty solidly, which is good, of, like, we know what needs to be done and, like, get everything done in the house. And, like, there's always weeks where, like, you forget to take out the trash, you forget to unload dishwasher, whatever, things like that. But as a whole, I would say my house is pretty good. I think it's interesting because, like, we're not all spending a whole bunch of time together. But I think in the past, I mean, even in the past months, like, Inga and I have gotten a lot closer. Like, I'll come home and we'll both kind of just debrief our days and, like, whatever, which is nice. And I think overall, living situation's good. And I think y'all have had pretty similar.
We don't do quite as much, like, setting jobs and rules. We kind of just do it.
Yeah. But I think that works,
but we're also
too.
like, it's a little bit different of the situation. I mean, we're minus our one roommate. We're all very close, and so it's kind of just, if there's a problem, it's like, hey, like, do this,
do your
job.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's just a different situation, but it
Yeah.
still works.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think really it's just finding what works best for your situation, household. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think overall, like, I'm not sad that I left being roommates with y'all because it's not, like, I think it's actually made our friendship. I don't think that's the reason our friendship's stronger, but I think it has helped in some ways of just, like, now I'm over whenever I want to be, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's been good. But yeah. What else did we have?
Now we were going to talk about...
Oh, okay. And now, I guess on a different note, but still in conjunction with roommates, being athletes, we go on travel trips. And so sometimes it's like one night, other nights it's almost a full week. It could be any range of time. And in that, you're typically going to have a roommate. There are some times where you'll not have one, which is pretty nice, and you get the room to yourself.
Yeah.
But for the most part, especially on ones that are like full team travel trips, or like
you're gonna
more
have a
people.
roommate.
Yeah.
There are 2 beds, but like you're gonna have a roommate.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, we've never been roommates.
I know. Which I'm kind of shocked by.
I am too.
Yeah.
I've never been roommates with any of my actual roommates either.
Dang. Wait, that is weird.
Mm-mm.
That's weird. But I guess kind of going off of that, like whenever you are roommates with someone you've never been in a room with before, also, like, everybody has their set things before a meet, after a race, like whatever they do that's very particular. And so it's like you're kind of having to navigate this interesting dynamic of being with someone you might not even really know. Like, you're on a team of a lot of people. You could be paired up with someone who's not in your event group, and so you don't train with them a lot. You maybe know them by acquaintance and because you're teammates and stuff, but not much more.
And so different routines and
Yes.
things that you do to get ready. Track is so mental that, I mean,
Yes.
we all have very different specific things that we have to do. And so having a roommate sometimes can be, especially one that you don't really know, can be kind of, like, I've struggled having roommates that do, like, field events because... I mean, it takes a lot of preparation to run an 800 or a mile. Whereas
I feel like field events are more a muscle memory thing.
They don't have to
lock
like,
in, this is the movement, you go out there and do it.
There's not as much, they don't have to be as strict about what they eat or sleep. So that's, having one that doesn't do what you do can sometimes be challenging.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. And then there's also the challenge of you're racing at different times the next day. Yeah. So, like, if your race is
I actually like that, though.
Really?
Yeah, because then when I get ready, like, I can have the room to myself. Or, you know, if I'm getting ready, they might just leave.
Yeah, that's true. I think I was thinking more of, like, I've had roommates where they're on the phone really late because I race early and they don't race for a few more hours.
I just start bringing earplugs.
I should do that.
Yeah,
usually I
earplugs and an
put
iPad.
in my, like, earbuds and I play some music until I fall asleep. That's probably a choking hazard, actually.
Really?
I maybe should stop that one.
I'll just give you some earplugs.
It's okay. But anyways, I won't have that situation all that often. It's okay. But yeah, so I think those are, like, the hardest things. But I think really the most important part of it all is to just be true to your routine. I think you shouldn't change anything up just because you're with someone else or you're in a hotel or whatever. Like, really, it's important to keep whatever you do the same. And, I mean, like, you can go in there and talk to each other. Like, that's great sometimes. But also don't be, like, concerned or stressed if they're not wanting to talk. Like, I mean, especially if it's, like, the night before a race, usually I'm kind of just, like, I want a little more silence.
Yeah.
I might put in my earbuds and just zone out for a little while. And, like, I hope my roommate isn't taking that personally, but also I don't think you should if that happens to you.
No. It's definitely, which we keep talking about, the downsides, but there's also, like, I've met and I've gotten some close friends
from being,
I think we're both people that will get assigned random roommates and just give us anyone because we can just get along with anyone, which can be very irritating at times because there are a lot of people that have a roommate that is the same person every single time. And it's like
now they're like best friends and
yeah, like you run the same event.
Yeah.
And it kind of got to be that way with me with a girl.
Yeah.
But for most of the season, like they would just throw me around with different people, but I made a lot of friends out of it.
And I think it's kind of nice because then you also feel like when you're cheering on, because like cheering on our teammates, I'm like, yes, they're my teammate, I'm going to cheer. But when you cheer for them and you like know they were really worried the day before, or they hadn't had a great competition in like a year and a half or something like that, and then you watch them have a breakthrough the next day, and like things like that, I think can be really special. And then they also come back around and cheer you on, and
that's always helpful.
Bond a little more, which is nice.
It also kind of helps ease the awkwardness a little bit of like, oh, when are you running? Like, oh, I'll make sure to cheer you on. Things like that. I wrote this down because I thought this was a funny story. But my sophomore year, we went to an outdoor meet at Texas A&M. And we weren't planning on staying the night, but then we ended up staying the night, like, last minute. Yeah. And so we are in this horrible hotel. Like, horrible. And I was assigned a room with a girl who I had literally never spoken a word to. Yeah. I mean, we were in the same group, but not really. We didn't run the same event. We had little to nothing in common. Yeah. And I was like, oh God, this is so awkward. Yeah. And we did not say a word to each other.
The whole time?
The whole time. We did not say a word.
It's almost impressive.
I know it was. And then the next year I ended up being really good friends with this girl.
Wow.
But we did not say a single word to each other.
That's really funny. Wow. But I mean, sometimes it's just like that. And you just,
and it was fine. Like, she wasn't offended, I wasn't offended. We just did our thing. Yeah. I don't really know if she even slept in the room. Now that I think about it.
That was something we talked about last time. They do come by and do room checks. And Georgia and I did different things for the room checks if our roommate's not there. Oh. I usually would be like, oh my gosh, they're not here. Like, I wonder if they're at the training, like, treatment area. Yeah. And
I always just say they're there.
Yeah.
When you mentioned, you were like, well, what if, like, something happened there? Yeah, I was like, shoot, I didn't think about that. They could be in trouble, or...
Yeah. Which, like, they're probably not. They're probably just being stupid, or, like, at their parents' room, or someone else's room, or something. But yeah, I did think that was kind of funny. But, I mean, like, I have your back. I'm gonna say I think you're at treatment.
I think you're at treatment. That's actually pretty good.
Right? Because then it's like, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but... I know it's they're like probably
covering
not.
For them, but like, yeah, I always just say, oh yeah, they're in the shower or they're asleep, one of the two. Yeah. But I do understand how that might be problematic.
Yeah. But anyways, I do think that's kind of fun. So yeah,
that's kind of all we have written down about that. We're gonna end with high-low Buffalo of our week or last couple of days
or whatever. So. Yeah.
You want to go first?
Oh, I know I wanted you to. Okay. If you have it ready.
Hi. Our trip to Atlanta was really fun. Low. I've had an unfortunate week. And Buffalo. I start my summer class.
I figured those were going to be your three. I could have called that for you.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah, so far.
Start my summer class tomorrow.
Okay. That's fair. Okay, I was also going to say my high being the trip to Atlanta, but I guess now my high is that Mary Blake, Georgia's sister, is coming into town.
So excited for Mary Blake.
I'm really excited for that. I've missed her a lot.
She misses you.
Oh, good. That makes me happy.
She misses you.
Okay, good. My low is probably... I don't know. I always have a hard time thinking of these. Probably actually that our air conditioning... Oh my gosh, no. I have another story. I got home last night and our front door was wide open to our house.
Oh, absolutely not.
And so I walked up there. I had my backpack on, all my stuff. Because I had been here watching the game. And I walk up and I'm like, the door is open. And we have a girl subleasing at her house right now. And so okay, it must be her. She must be home. So I peek my head in the door. I had already checked Inga's location. And I was like, hello? Hello? Is anyone here? And then I got scared. Because I was like, hold up. What if someone just comes around and starts, like, shooting me or something? I don't know if I can say that on a podcast.
Yeah, it's fine.
And so I like back up and I like pull the door closed, but don't close it all the way because I like wasn't gonna stay and try and lock it and like lock someone in the house.
Yeah.
And so I hop back in my car and I like skirt out of our driveway and park on the street so I could like watch if someone's coming out, but at the same time drive away fast. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do right now.
Wait, where was Inga?
She wasn't back yet. And so then I'm like, I call her. I texted the other girl first and I was like, hey, because I thought maybe she was like asleep or I don't know what. And I don't have her location. So I texted her. She's in Ohio. So she's not here. It's not her. And I call Inga. I'm like, hey, I have a quick question. Have you been home since you left for work this morning? No. I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to die. And she's like, what's wrong? And we had a similar incident last summer. I don't know that my mom knows this, actually. It's fine.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell her if I don't have to.
Yeah, that would probably freak her out.
Yeah.
That freaked my parents out. And
yeah.
It wasn't even about me.
So anyways, I'm like, no, she does know. I think she does. Anyways, it's fine. I'll cut all that out. Okay. Anyways, so I call Inga and I tell her, I'm like, the front door is wide open. Like, wide open. And I hadn't been home for a while at that point. Like, I had gotten groceries and been back home by like 10, left. That was pretty much it. So I'm like, that's really weird. And I'm like going through my head, like, who could it be? Like, anyone at all. And we had just our air conditioning had broken, and so we were getting that fixed, but this morning, not yesterday. And so I'm like, could they have come by early and like they didn't close the door or something? Like, what could have happened? And so I call Inga and she's like, oh my gosh, this is really weird. I'm like a minute away from the house. She's a minute away from the house, she says. And so I'm like, okay, perfect. We can like navigate this together. So we start going up and we're like, I think we should like have a guy with us or something. And so Inga calls every guy she knows that could be in the area. Right. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm no help. I don't know anyone that's here that could help us right now. And so she calls everyone she knows. None of them are here. I was like, okay.
But your neighbors.
So then we're like, let's go see if any of the neighbors are here. None of them have really been here around the summer.
Neighbors.
The ones directly next to us have been like completely gone. And so then the ones next to them, there's a guy in there, all the lights on, the door's cracked, kind of open, but not really open. It was like locked, but just broken at the bottom inside. And he's cooking dinner. I see smoke rising. You can see everything he's doing. The music is pumping because he has to have the music going. It sounds like there's a party in there and it's just him. And so we go up. All the blinds are open. So I'm like, okay, if he turns, he can see us. We knock. We ring the doorbell. He's not looking. And we knock really loud. And I'm standing there in the window like waving at him. And he seems to like look up. And then he just looks at his phone, turns the music up louder. And I was like, no, please, like, help us. We need you. Nothing. And so we stand there, we knock more times. He keeps looking up, but, like, nothing. He acts like he doesn't see us. So I'm a little upset with him, but it's okay. And then we walk away, and we see a car pull up close to one of our other neighbors' house. We're like, oh my gosh, oh good, someone's here. And there was just a group of girls, and they didn't look like they were going to want to help us or be much help. So, not that girls aren't capable of helping in that situation, but I'm like, Inga, I think we're fine. Let's do this. And Inga's like, yeah, I don't think we need someone. I think we're just fine. I don't think anyone's in there. So we go inside and we're like flipping on every light switch possible, opening up every closet. We're like, hello, is anyone here? No one, nothing. But
did y'all check the rooms and closets?
We checked everywhere, yeah. Everything was fine. Nothing was taken.
That is so
weird. And it was also weird because on the door, it was like locked semi, but like not. Like it had stopped and it wouldn't let me turn it back for a little bit. So I'm like, I don't really know what happened. And then I was like, it was a little bit stormy yesterday, but not crazy. It was not enough to like open a door. It was windy. Unless it was something wild, but I don't know. Anyways, that's my low, I guess, is that was a little crazy, scary. And my buffalo is probably that I go to DC again this upcoming week, which I'm excited about. I leave 7 a.m. on Sunday, which I hate an early Sunday morning flight.
Yeah, we just did that last Sunday.
But it's going to be a good time, and I'll get to see my sister and my dad and work, and yeah, it should be good. And then we'll be back on Saturday, so it should be good. But yeah, should we tell them bye?